Over the past weeks, I have posted a lot of videos of things I'd like to see in Super Mario Maker 2. And this week, we got a 15 minutes Nintendo Direct presentation that revealed a lot of stuff. And to be honest, it was one of the most hype 15 minutes of my entire life. It truly was a great presentation, you gotta see it for sure. Now this gave me the idea of comparing my list of what I wanted with what was announced during the Direct. So today, we'll take a look back at my 7 previous Super Mario Maker 2 prediction videos and see what was revealed and what wasn't. Let's do this! The first video I posted was about power-ups that I wanted to see in the game, and to be honest, there were not a lot of new things on that topic during the Direct. I wanted the mini mushroom, it wasn't confirmed. The Super Acorn was also absent from the whole presentation, although we saw the return of the Propeller Suit. At first I thought the Hammer Suit wasn't in the game, but if we take a look at the Japanese Mario Maker Direct, it seems to be. The Mega Mushroom was not revealed, but to be honest, it's kind of a game-breaking power-up, so I wasn't really expecting that one. Although we do have confirmation that the big funny mushroom from the first game is back. A lot was revealed about Super Mario 3D World, but the double cherry was not part of that reveal. Same thing for the Penguin Suit, which was nowhere to be found, sadly. The Boomerang Suit was not part of the presentation, and I kind of expected this one to be in the Mario 3D World segment at least, so I'm really disappointed. The P-Balloon received no love either. It's also the same thing for the Blue Koopa shell, which wasn't part of the Direct. Finally, my number 1 pick, the Frog Suit, was not shown in the trailer. Out of all my picks, it seems that only 1 out of 10 is in the final game for now, so not that good, but not that bad. The new power-ups that were introduced in the Direct were kinda cool though. We now have the Dry Bones shell, which allows us to float on lava and also become invulnerable for a couple of seconds. That's pretty cool. We now have big coins, which give out a lot of coins. That's gross. Ew. Red Yoshi is a version of Yoshi that spits out fireballs. So yeah, that's kinda cool. Is Yoshi a power-up? I don't know, but let's put it there for now. We also now have the Rotten Mushroom, which seems to be exactly like the Poison Mushroom, aka a power-up to avoid at all costs. Now let's check out my second video. 10 blocks I wanna see. And hopefully I'll get a better score on that one. My first pick was the Cannon Box from Mario 3D World. And although we've seen lots of things about that game theme, this block was nowhere to be found. The Propeller Block was not part of the Direct either, but then again, we have the Propeller Suit, so it's kinda the same thing. Next up, I talked about the Light Box, which wasn't part of the trailer, although we've seen that we can now have some dark levels in the Ghost House theme. So you know, there's still hope that it might appear at one point. The expansion block also was not in the Direct, but considering this one is from the Yoshi franchise, I wasn't really expecting it to be there. My next pick was the Grab Block. A block that you could grab and bring with you, and while this exact block wasn't the one that was revealed, the crates were revealed, allowing you to bring them to create bridges above lava and water. The platform blocks from Mario World were not part of the Direct, sadly, and I don't think they will be in the game at all. For my next pick, I wanted a message block of some sort, or you know, at least a way to communicate with other players. And we kinda got that, because you can now see that we can leave descriptions to our levels, meaning we'll be able to communicate a little bit. But wait a minute, I then asked immediately for a drawing block, and while this is not exactly what we'll get in the final game, we'll now be able to leave drawings and comments for other people to see, kinda like what we could do with Miiverse before it went under in the original game. I haven't seen any giant blocks in the presentation, so I think they won't be part of the final game. And finally, my last pick was the Roulette Block, which will allow you to add multiple power-ups inside of it, but sadly it also wasn't part of the Direct. I got 3 out of the 10 things I wanted, so that's still kinda good to me. New blocks that I didn't think about were also shown, which was super cool, like the Warp Box from 3D World, a Spike Block which can even work with the on-off switches, so that's gonna be great, but the blinking blocks from 3D World steal the cake. You know, those blocks that appear and disappear with the music, those blocks are so cool, and they're gonna be part of Mario Maker 2, so I'm super stoked for those. My next video was about the enemies I wanted to see in Mario Maker 2, and my first pick there was the boss bass. You know, that annoying fish that wants to eat you? And while this exact same one wasn't there, we did see the Porcupuffer in the 3D World theme. So you know, I'm gonna go ahead and accept this alternative without any hesitations. They act the same, they're both annoying fishes. I'm so sad for my next pick, the Fuzzy, cause he was nowhere to be found in the presentation. And I think it would be so great to have them. I then talked about Banzai Bills, and at the time I blanked out and didn't see them. They were right there in the first trailer, but I don't know, I'm kinda blind. Anyways, they're now even more confirmed, and we can even have the homing version of the Banzai Bill. Now, can we give this guy a mushroom and turn it into King Bill? Well, only time will tell. The Fire Snakes were my next pick, and they were not in the direct. Although a way bigger, scarier version, the Charvarg, is that how you say that? Anyway, this enemy was shown to be there in the Mario 3D World theme, so I still give myself a point, okay? Fire dragons, fire snakes, same difference. The Bruisers were not in the game, sadly, and it's a shame. I'd like to have more ghost theme enemies. We now have the desert theme confirmed in the direct, but still no sign of Pokey. Where's Pokey, Nintendo? Give me Pokey. Everybody wants Pokey. Give us Pokey. Then I asked for the Fire Bros and the Boomerang Bros. And while the Boomerang ones are nowhere to be found, we have confirmation that the Fire Bros are indeed in the game, as well as a bigger version of those guys, so that's pretty cool. From what I have seen, the Chargin Chuck still hasn't been confirmed in the direct, so this is a to be continued. My next pick was the Spikes, but they were also not there. I mean, they work so fine with the new slope system. I don't get why they were not shown in that announcement. Maybe later, I don't know. So I got 4 enemies right, so that's kinda good. I'm happy about it. But besides what my picks were, we also saw the Angry Sun, the Nice Moon, which is more of a power-up than an enemy, but whatever. The Twisters are also there, and from 3D World we have a lot of enemies like the Skip Squeak, the Piranha Creeper, those ants, the Peepas, the Bullies, and that weird trampoline guy enemy thing. That's a lot of new enemies, and this is so cool. So my next video was about platforms that I wanted to see in Mario Maker 2, and the first one on the list is the Bouncing Cloud. And while I'm not sure we got these ones, we got the Trampoline Mushroom platform. So you know what? I'm giving myself a point here. My next pick, the Stretch Mushroom, wasn't actually shown in the trailer, sadly. Although the mushroom platforms are back, so that's pretty cool. Neither the Countdown platform nor the enemy platform were shown in the trailer. But to be fair, considering these platforms were very specific to the levels they were built for, I wasn't really expecting them to make a comeback in Mario Maker 2. My next pick were the Arrow platform, and those were not shown either. But my next entry, the Spitting Mushroom, was actually revealed. Okay, it's not a mushroom no more, and it's actually called the Seesaw, but it counts. It is a platform that twists left and right depending on where Mario is on top of it, so that's a win. I remember asking for living platforms like Dory or those flying things, but sadly this won't be happening. My next pick, the scale lifts, were not shown in the trailer, and I'm really bummed down about it. I was actually certain these would make the cut, being iconic platforms that were there in the very first Mario game, and I was also certain that the paddle wheel would be in the reveal, but alas, it wasn't. Bummer. So I only got 2 platforms out of the 10 I wanted. But to be fair, it's not like Nintendo actually talked a lot about platforms during the presentation. Alright, now we're getting into the good stuff. The features I want to see in Mario Maker 2. And let me tell you, there were lots of features revealed in that direct. Let's begin with my first pick, the world maps. And while these were not properly shown, we have been blessed with a story mode featuring a castle to rebuild, characters to talk to, and hundreds of stages to play on. So you know what? I'll give myself a point here. A world map, a story mode, same thing. I really expected a Super Mario Land 2 theme to be announced during the direct, but there wasn't anything new on that particular topic. Although if you take a look at the game's theme menu over there, there is clearly a space where another theme could fit. So hey, you never know, we might have more themes coming as DLC. I then asked for more Amiibo costumes, and to be able to use them in themes other than the original Super Mario Bros. Theme. But there was nothing mentioned about that, surprisingly. We didn't even see a single Amiibo related thing. I'm not even sure if Amiibo are going to be supported for that game. What am I gonna do with all of those now? My next pick, vertical levels, were finally properly announced. Look at all those levels, they are beautiful. I then asked for a way to add more challenges to a level. You know, no coins, defeating certain enemies, and Nintendo actually implemented a really cool course requirement option where you can set certain rules for the player to be able to clear a level, such as collecting all of the coins or defeating a certain number of enemies or not taking damage at all. This is super cool, I'm so happy they added that. I then asked for more characters in the game, and oh boy was I happy when they announced the online multiplayer mode, which will allow you to play as Luigi, Toad, and Toadette. I then asked for more customization options, such as the ability to have colored pipes, which was also shown to be a thing. Yes! We'll also be able to change gravity in certain themes, control lava and poison water levels, set the theme to day or night, and even more. Using the on-off switch, we'll also be able to add a little bit of programming goodness to the level, so that's exactly what I asked for. My next request was an easier way to share and discover levels, and while the course's IDs seem to still be a thing, they are now way shorter, meaning I'll have an easier time finding good levels. Plus, we can now search by game, by theme, even add tags to our levels to better describe them, and I think this is exactly what the course world needed. I then asked for multiplayer levels, and you already knew this was all confirmed in the direct, and oh boy is this amazing. I cannot wait to play some levels online with my viewers on stream, or you know, with the members of Minus World. My final request was a way to create levels with your buddies, and while the final system in place might not be as extensive as what I asked for, it is now possible to build levels with one of your buddy via local co-op, which is just great. This feature is gonna be one of my favorite for sure. So out of all my 10 requests, 8 were revealed to be in Mario Maker 2, which is just insane. This game is going to be epic. My next video was about the themes I wanted to see in the game, and a couple were revealed, so you know, we're going to quickly go over what I asked and what I got. I asked for a volcano theme, and I didn't get it. I asked for the mountain theme, and I didn't get it. I asked for the tank theme, and while it wasn't actually talked about in the direct, this part of the trailer really bugs me right now. It doesn't look like any of the revealed theme, and it really looks like it could be a tank theme. Or maybe I'm just seeing things that aren't there. I'll leave this up to you. I then asked for a snow theme, and it was finally revealed, and oh boy does it look phenomenal. It even has those icicles I wanted. Troll levels, here I come. The beach level I asked for was not shown, which is kinda sad. But then I asked for a jungle/forest theme, and my wish was granted with a beautiful forest theme that looks fantastic, and even has the poison water I wanted so bad. My next pick, the underground sewer, was nowhere to be found. But considering it only appeared in like 2 or 3 levels in the entire Mario universe, it was kind of obvious that it wouldn't be there. The sky theme I asked for has been confirmed and looks amazing. It even has the rainbow platform, so I'm super stoked for it. The tower theme wasn't confirmed to be in the game, but since we now have vertical levels, I suppose I can accept the castle theme to be a suitable replacement. And finally, the beautiful dark theme that looks like a painting wasn't shown sadly, which is a shame. So you know, I got 3 themes right, and maybe 4 depending on what this is supposed to be. We'll see. And finally, my last video that I posted last week, the top 10 bosses I want to see, was quickly shut down as there weren't a lot of bosses shown during the trailer. You know, beside Boom Boom, Pom Pom, and Meowser. And out of those 3 in my video, I asked for Pom Pom, so I got one right there, but sadly no Reznor, no Dry Bowser, no Birdo, no King Boo, no Giant Goomba, no Histocrat, and sadly no Submarine Bowser Jr. were revealed. And it looks like we're not even getting the Koopalings, which really makes me sad, to be honest. So yeah, in conclusion, I'm super satisfied with everything Nintendo has revealed for Super Mario Maker 2, and I'm certain there's plenty more that they just haven't talked about yet. Only time will tell. In the meantime, if you excuse me, I have to go pre-order Super Mario Maker 2 right now to be able to play it as soon as it comes out. Thanks a lot for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. You can give it a like to show your support, and special thanks to my channel member who make this whole YouTube thing possible. Thank you guys so much. Tap the cards on screen right now to watch even more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.